Well, good morning, cyber friends. It's Mitty Man coming at you again from Walker's Music. I want to say good morning, and we thank God for life, health, and strength. Thank you for each and every one of you. Look at the title, people. Stay in your lane, and the spirit of Cain in parentheses. Yes, friends, we got a lot going on, and I didn't know any other way to do this here video this morning other than to title it like I did. I want to say, first of all, people, that stay in your lane. If you know anything about driving, automobile, and whether you be in this country or any other country, you got lanes that you have to stay in. And in America, we always drive to the right. In other parts of the country, in Europe, they go out to the left. But nevertheless, it's still a lane, and you must stay in your lane. And then we got certain highways and certain streets that are not two-way, but they are one-way. That means the traffic only flows in one direction. And I know in Albany, Georgia, which is a town about 30 miles east of me, southwest Georgia, we got some streets that flows north and south that are one-way. And you can only go up and down them in that direction, either north or south. But you can't. And you, in other words, if you go down, and some of them you got north broad, south broad. You got no, I said that wrong, because broad in Albany it runs east and west. In other words, but you got like Washington, and then you got I think it's Jackson that runs north and south. One, and then you go over one street and it come north, and go over another street and it becomes south, what, something like that. But either way, you don't travel both ways on one of them. You got to go either one way or the other. And if you get out of your lane, you are in grave danger of running into something or somebody. People, I'm going to relegate this to the church. I'm going to relegate it to the church, because that's mostly where I spend most of my time. Being a minister of music, I spend most of my time in the church, either rehearsing a choir or in church service. And when we fail to stay in our lane, we always run a danger of running into someone, stepping on somebody else, getting in somebody else's way. We always mess up stuff when we don't stay in our lane. We got people, if you're not a pastor, then you shouldn't get in a pastor's seat. In other words, don't try to tell the pastor how to pastor. In other words, I'm a firm believer that whatever your job is, you should be successful at that. In other words, a fisherman should catch fish. A hunter should have deer. He should get a deer every now and then, or some birds. A carpenter should build. Now, come on now, people, come on. But we got all kinds of things. People saying they're one thing, but they're not doing anything. But you the musician, but you want to be the pastor. No, you out of your lane. Get in your lane. Do your job where you supposed to be. Point blank. And then we get, like I said, I got the spirit of Cain encased in this message, which is murder. People, we got the murder, the spirit of murder, the spirit of Cain is so prevalent, not only in this land, it's all over the world. Well, we know what Jesus said. We know that. But I am saying that the spirit of murder is prevailing in this land. It's going to take prayer, people. We got to pray. Just here the other day, in this small town, they found a body, believe it, that was dumped. You know, people don't care nothing for life no more. Well, before we get too critical and judgmental, let us take a look at our own selves, present company included. How many of us that just step on and walk over each other? People, let me tell you something. People are not taking that these days. They're not, and they don't have to, really. But you know, you try to get along, you try to do what's right. Do as much as it lies in you. Apostle Paul said, try to live at peace with all men. But there are some that you just got to let go. There are some people that you just got to let go. I mean, look at the people now. It's not only in the church, it's in the streets, it's in the highways and the byways, it's in the family. Family members can't even get along. You got all this craziness going on. Why? Because we got a real devil that knows his time is short. And he's going about seeking whom he may destroy. And people, he is working overtime. Believe it. So what I'm going to say the middle man is saying to this morning, stay in your lane. Do the job that you were supposed to do. Let other people do their job. And I'm going to speak as a minister of music. People, I never claim to know it all. But I serve a God that does know it all. And as a minister of music, before I go to the choir or to the pastor with any kind of music idea, I make certain that I have consulted with God first. And if you let me do my job, I will do the best that I can do. That's the only thing anybody can do is their best. You can't ask no more from nobody. But if you let me do my job and stay out of my way, I don't need your help. Believe me, I don't need your help. If you don't know A from B, ain't nothing you can tell me. I'm the musician. Let me do my job. And you do yours as a choir member and just learn. And learn the song, sing it to the best of your ability in your particular section, whether you be a soprano, alto, tenor, or bass, whatever it might be. You do your job and let the minister of music do his job or her. Because the minister of music can be a male or a female, just like any other lay person. But when we get in each other's way, this is when we cause problems. Amen. And then you cause problem and havoc and you bring it into the church. Then now, everybody suffers because, number one, Miss Nose or Madam Big Mouth or Mr. Big Mouth put their foot in their mouth, and now everybody messed up. Well, you brought it on yourself. That's all middleman knows to say. That's gold for middleman as well. I would not dare tell a pastor how to pastor. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a pastor. I'm a minister of music. I'm a musician. I know music. God ain't told me to get in the pulpit and preach and pastor nobody. He told me to do the music, and that's what I'm trying to do. He told me to teach. I can teach. But he didn't tell me to get up in a pulpit. He didn't tell me to pastor no church. I'm not saying that, oh yeah, I know the word. But he still didn't tell me to get in no pulpit and pastor no church. It's a different people. You got to have certain qualifications that you must, people that stay in your lane. If God ain't told you to do something, sit down, point blank. Amen. So with that being said, this middleman said, whatever you get into. God in it, get out of it. God gonna come to nothing. Middleman saying peace, goodbye.